It's a new year, a new decade, and a lot of people have some health goals, some New Year's resolutions that they want to live up to. And a lot of them have to do with health and fitness, but they hate eating healthy. They don't like salads. They can't stand vegetables. By the end of this video, your mouth is gonna be watering for a crispy, delicious salad, and you're gonna know how to make an epic one. So without any further ado, let's get started. Before we get into the recipes, do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people see it in the YouTube algorithm. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure that you turn on your post notifications so you're notified every time I post a new video. So what makes a delicious salad? Well, the first thing that you need is fresh ingredients. Nothing is worse than an old bag of lettuce that's been sitting in the corner of your fridge for weeks on end and you forgot about it. And then one day you open it up and you're like, oh wow, there's a soggy bag of lettuce I just wasted money on. The second thing you need to make a delicious salad is texture. You want to play with texture because it makes food exciting and fun to eat. So you need something crispy vegetables, cucumber, carrots, cabbage, or tortilla chips, croutons, whatever that is. You also need something creamy, avocado, a creamy dressing, and you also need something juicy, whether that is a protein that you're putting on your salad or tomatoes. The third element of a delicious salad is the dressing. Now, I prefer homemade dressings always. And here's the thing, I know a lot of you guys are lazy out there, like I feel you on that, but dressings are not hard to make and they're really quick and easy, and there's just no excuse for you to eat store-bought dressing. But if that's your preference, please feel free to do so. Just find one that you really like. I personally just love the taste of homemade dressing. I just think it is so much better than store-bought. For some really good dressing recipes, make sure that you check out this video here that I posted earlier this week with 3 homemade, creamy, delicious vegan dressings that will jazz up any salad. The final element of a delicious salad is that it needs to be filling. A lot of people stray away from eating salads because they think they're gonna be starving an hour or 2 after they eat it, but it's probably because they're not making it filling enough. A good rule of thumb and what to include in every salad that you eat is protein, fat, and carbs. Now, if you are doing keto or low carb, obviously you would omit the carbs and just up your protein and fat. But if you kind of just are eating a balanced macro diet, then I would include some carbs in there. But really the key ingredients to make a salad filling are the protein and fat. So I always love throwing an avocado on my salad, a creamy dressing, and then of course a protein like tofu or tempeh, chickpeas. Now onto some epic salad recipes. First up, we have a kale Caesar salad with crispy chickpeas and roasted sweet potatoes. Now, like I mentioned earlier, if you want the full recipes for the dressings in each one of these salads that I'm about to show you, make sure you check out the video that I posted a couple days ago, which shows you how to make them start to finish.
All right, to start, you're gonna crisp up those chickpeas. So you're gonna preheat your oven to 350 degrees, drain your can of chickpeas, and rinse them really well underwater to get all the canned juice off. And then you are going to drain the chickpeas on a paper towel or a kitchen towel really well. The key to crispy chickpeas is you want them to be dry, people. So make sure you really dry them off, roll them around on the towel a little bit, and if some of the skins come off, that's great because they'll be even crispier. So just pluck them out, and then you're going to pour them in a bowl, and then you're going to drizzle about a tablespoon of avocado oil and give them a little tossy toss. Then you can spread them out on a baking sheet, and once you spread them out evenly, you can sprinkle on some salt. Don't add any other seasonings because they will not crisp up as much. Just do salt, and then place them in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until they're really crispy on the outside, and then you can sprinkle with some smoked paprika, just a couple pinches, give them a toss, and they're ready to go. While your chickpeas are in the oven, you can prep your sweet potatoes. So I cut these into little circles, and then I cut those circles in half, and then I place them on a greased baking sheet, and then I spray some more avocado oil on top, sprinkle the sweet potatoes with some more salt, and then place them in the oven at 425. Crank up that oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, flipping halfway through. Now onto the kale. Okay, so you gotta give your kale some love. You're gonna put your kale in a bowl, bowl. Squeeze some lemon juice on top, put a little bit of salt on there as well, and massage it for 2 to 3 minutes, and this will soften up the leaves. This is what makes raw kale actually edible and not like you're eating grass. So once your kale is nice and massaged, you can add your dressing. I'm using my cashew Caesar dressing for this, and then you're going to continue to massage it with the dressing to make it extra soft and delicious. And then once you're ready to assemble and all of your stuff is nice and roasty, you can plate your salad with the sweet potatoes and crispy chickpeas, and I like topping mine off with some hemp seeds for that extra protein kick. And of course, feel free to pour in more dressing at the very end for some extra flavor.
The next salad I'm showing you how to make is a taco salad with mushroom walnut taco meat. This taco meat is so freaking good, honey. And it's also in my ebook, Prep Like a Chef, which is my meal prep ebook. And if you want to check that out, make sure you click here or down in the description box below and buy a copy because it's amazing.
To start off the taco meat, you're going to roast some walnuts at 400 degrees for about 5 to 8 minutes until fragrant and toasty. And then you're going to take a 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes and soak them in boiling hot water for 10 minutes. And then once the walnuts are done, you can add them to a food processor. Give them a blitz or two until they're pretty broken up. And then add in 8 ounces of mushrooms, your soaked sun-dried tomatoes, make sure you don't add in the water, half an onion, and I forgot to add in the garlic cloves. So make sure you add in 4 garlic cloves, blitz that together, scrape down the sides, and then blitz again until everything is evenly broken up. Then you can cook your taco meat in a pan over medium-high heat. Add a little oil to the pan, add your taco meat in there, cook for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you can add in your spices. And saute for another 2 minutes. Then to assemble your salad, I like using romaine for this one, and then I just scoop on my taco meat, add on the rest of my toppings, which include tomatoes, red onion. I like to add charred corn in there too. I get this from the frozen section of Costco or Trader Joe's. And then a beautiful avocado rose. How beautiful is that? I worked really hard on it. I hope you appreciate it. And then I top my salad with a creamy salsa dressing, which of course you can find in the salad dressing video that I just posted. It's so easy. It's for all you lazy people out there. I got you, boo.
Next up, we have a crispy tofu chicken salad that will blow your mind. The green goddess dressing that I paired this with is out of this world, so you need to check out the video that I posted a couple days ago with the full recipe on how to make it because it is.
Okay, so we're gonna start by making the crispy tofu. So you're gonna press your tofu. If you don't have a tofu press like most of the world, you can put your tofu in between 2 towels, 2 plates, and put something heavy on top like a cast iron skillet and let it sit for 30 minutes, and this will get out all the extra liquid. So once 30 minutes has passed, you can cut your tofu into cubes and then set up your dredging station. So on one plate, you're gonna add flour. I'm using a gluten-free flour mixture here. And then on another plate, you're gonna add on some breadcrumbs. I'm using rice breadcrumbs here, and then I'm adding a bunch of different seasonings that will mimic the flavor of chicken. And I will list all of them right here on the screen and all the amounts that you need. I kind of don't really measure them. I just kind of like do it and play it by ear. It's not that serious. You can just add whatever amount you want. And then you're gonna mix that together. And then for the wet part of the dredging station, you're gonna add 1 cup of coconut milk and 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed. Mix that together and your dredging station is complete. So you're gonna take your cubes of tofu and start with the gluten-free flour mixture. Give it a toss in there, and you wanna make sure that you keep your wet hand and your dry hand separately. So with your dry hand, you're gonna take the tofu from the flour mixture, put it in the coconut milk, and then switch hands to your wet hand. And with the wet hand, you're going to place your tofu in the breadcrumb mixture and then switch back to your dry hand and give it a toss in the breadcrumbs. And then once your tofu is nice and breaded, you can add them to a baking sheet and roast them at 425 for 20 minutes, flipping halfway through. You want them to be nice and crispy, but still tender and spongy on the inside. And then to assemble your salad, you're just going to take some greens and then put whatever veggies you want. I'm using red cabbage, shredded carrots, cucumbers, and the crispy tofu chicken. And I paired this salad with my green goddess dressing, which is to die for. You guys have to try it out.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below which salad was your favorite. And of course, subscribe if you haven't by clicking the little red subscribe button down below. And don't forget to take care of yourself this week, eat good food, and eat your veggies. See you in the next one.
Diet Coke ain't good for the soul. Give me that orange soda. Give me a grape like you see in the movies. Bubble to the top like a smoothie, you'll see. I'll do you like a 9 to 5.